So I'm about to get real with you guys about positivity and what it really is like to be an optimistic person and the way that I react, for instance, to contrast. Uh, there's a lot of there's a lot of coaches and thought leaders out there who I find do not, I think they do a disservice to you guys. You know, they act like they never have reactions, or they're always just kind of Pollyanna about things, and I'm really not buying it. You know, so here's the real deal. It's not that you don't have negative things and you don't have contrast happen when you're an optimistic, positive person. It's actually not healthy to suppress and repress your feelings. You want to be able to acknowledge them, but from kind of like an outside perspective, more like you're observing them or witnessing them. But also you can feel feelings and use them as guidance. So here's what happened to me today. Okay, so I was basically taking a shower, washing my eyes, my eyeballs with soap when my water was turned off. Apparently, where they were doing work on my street, did not get any sort of heads up. And so, literally, the worst time possible. That is what I would call contrast. That is not something that's desired. In fact, it's the opposite of what's desired during my shower. So it was pretty awful, you guys. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm sitting there with my eyes burning, and it was soap in them and no way to wash it out. So I was pissed. You know, I'm gonna keep it real. Like, I'm not, oh, I had zero reaction to that. It was, you know, because I'm such a spiritual person that I don't mind my eyes being burned out, you know, during my morning shower. It was awful. So, but what I did is, first of all, I had to take that time to calm down, find my way out of the shower blindly. And luckily, I do have like these things called water wipes, and I was able to get the soap out of my eyes. And I took some time after that to just chill the fuck out because I was pissed. You know, I did see the workers on the street at that point. So, but yeah, like I said, no heads up, there's no warning. In the past, they've knocked on my door if they're going to be doing work on the street. So, I mean, which is great. You know, shit happens, right? We're going to have things go wrong. By the way, I do cuss. If that bothers you, I'm probably not someone you want to be following. That's emphasis for me. I'm a passionate person. If it bothers you, just don't listen to me, honestly, like, cause that's just who I am as a person. And I'm not for you. So anyway, I see the workers out there. I knew what was going on. So I calmed down, and then I called the water people. I was on hold forever. I'm sure they're getting tons of complaints. So I called them, and when someone finally got on the phone, she sounded like a really sweet girl. And I just told her in advance. I said, I have a complaint. I'm probably going to say some naughty words, and I want you to know this is nothing personal. This is not personal against you, but I'm really pissed off right now. And she's like, okay, what happened? And I gave her my address and I told her what happened. She said, oh my God, that's horrible. And I was very colorful. I used the F-bomb several times during that conversation, but she knew it wasn't personal. I announced it to her. I said, I just need to get this out, because when we hold our feelings in, that's actually not healthy for us to hold in those feelings. We need to release them, but in a constructive way. I needed them to know that people need a heads up. There's babies, that on my street, they need formula. They need to just give us a heads up when you're going to shut our water down. And she agreed, and she's put it in there. Who knows if it's really going to fix anything. But anyway, I needed to say it. So, there's notes added that from now on, they're going to knock on our doors or have somebody call us at least or something, because they knew they were coming to work on our street. They knew ahead of time, right? So I think we're paying for a service. I'm a customer. Give me a heads up. That's all I'm asking. I'm not saying that our water should never be shut down. Things happen. But, just let us know so that we're not surprised during a shower with soap in our eyes. Like, I don't think that I'm asking too much. So here, what is my point about this? My point is, I got over it very quickly. I don't stay that I'm an optimistic, positive, happy person because I don't sit there and stay pissed off. I'm not mean to people who have nothing to do with the situation. Did I say some colorful words? Yes. Was I upset in the moment? Absolutely. But I don't stay there. I don't make it my mood for the whole day or several days or, bitch about it. And, to everybody I know, I did bitch about it to one person. But at the end of the day, it's not something that's going to be ongoing, but you still need to address that. You still need to do something. It made me feel better to call and try to, prevent that from happening. Be proactive. Let them know, so I'm not, being non-reactive to me never fixes anything. We got to come up with solutions. So if you're going to be someone who complains, like me, I complained. I will complain. That is what you have to do if you want anything to change. But always have a solution. It was a simple solution. Hey, future reference, when this inevitably happens again, let us know so we have a heads up so we can plan our schedules accordingly. Like my son, he has to go to work and he wasn't able to, get in the shower either to get ready for work. So just let us know. Like, I don't think we're asking too much. We pay for a service. We expect to have our service. And if something goes wrong, just acknowledge us, let us know so we don't have to have any kind of, what she said, which was hilarious. She's like, well, they usually put something on the doorknob, so you know. And I said to her, that's when I did use the F-bomb. I was like, that doesn't fucking help. Like, you put something on the doorknob. Who checks their doorknob in the morning before they get in the shower? Nobody. That's the craziest solution ever. Like, knock on the door, give us a call. It's just really not that hard, but yes, putting a notice on my doorknob. How is that a solution? So I think sometimes we just really need to be that person who's going to go out of our way to call things out, because that's bullshit. You got to call it out when it happens. So yeah, the doorknob thing is not a solution. And I made that very clear. And, I'm able to move on with my day and have a great day because I got it out of my system. What would be toxic positivity? People, you might have heard that thrown around. I do believe it is toxic if you pretend like you are, oh no, that's fine, that's great. Like, you act like everything's okay when it's not okay and you're clearly experiencing some deep contrast. That's not okay. And you should acknowledge your feelings. Don't ignore them. You need to express yourself, but in a constructive way, not a destructive way where you're tearing people down. And when you're coming up with a solution, it's never wrong, but there's a positive vibes only thing that I'm not a part of. Like, I'm totally all about feeling your feelings. Some days we're going to be up and down all over with emotions, and it's okay. It's more about keeping yourself in check. And think about what kind of coach would I be if I was like positive vibes only. What kind of client would I be attracting? If I didn't allow my clients to have anything but positive vibes, like that's weird, and that's not even a human. So it's okay to feel feelings. It's okay to not always be positive 100% of the time. It's not realistic. And actually, if you're doing that, you're not even being real. You're actually hurting yourself by pretending to be Pollyanna. You're not being authentic. If you would seriously, like, nothing ever bothers you, there's something wrong, to be honest with you, because there are things in life that should bother you. And if it doesn't, you're simply not paying attention. There's a lot of depressing things going on, and it's okay to acknowledge them. But what you want to do is find a way to rise above it, look at the big picture, and then do what you can to change things. I know my little example is silly. Okay, I had soap in my eyes during my shower. There are bigger things to worry about, right? So in this life. But I just thought that was a really good example of contrast and how to deal with it without suppressing your feelings, coming up with a constructive solution and, proactive. Hopefully that works for future times. I'm sure that people at the water company were talking about me this morning. I have no doubt. But the thing is I did something about it, and I can go on with my day and not dwell in any kind of negativity just because my day started out bad. You can shift things and turn things around, and it's okay to have a little bit of contrast. So that's what I'm trying to say about being optimistic and positive, is you're actually just going to have a different relationship with contrast. When things go wrong, you do address it, and the difference is you just catch yourself and turn things around as quickly as possible by coming up with a solution that works for everybody and addressing it, not putting anything under the rug. Was that brushing things under the rug, whatever that saying is, and pretending like nothing bad's happening. That's when people get really passive aggressive and resentful, right? So that's what you don't want to do, is pretend like everything's fine when it's not. You guys, be real. Be real. Coaches, be real. Like, not everything's always going to be happy and wonderful all the time. So don't pretend like it is, because that's just not reality. And actually, what you're going to do is make other people feel like crap for not being able to have a positive attitude 100% of the time. That's unrealistic. And I'm here to tell you, you're not supposed to. That's not even being human. That's not being real. So just embrace the fact that we're going to have contrast. It happens to everybody every day, several times a day. It's just our reaction to it. How do we respond, and how long do we stay? That's the number one thing. How long are you going to stay in reactive mode? That's the thing we do have control over, is our response and how long we stay. And what do? Come up with powerful solutions instead of only complaining. So I hope that made sense. And again, I apologize for the colorful words. If it bothers you, you can just unfollow me. But I hope you guys have a great day.